Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 2, Drunk in Love. Now we're going to break it down by character and what they had going on in this episode instead of, going up and down with how the episode went. Okay, that just makes it easier for me and just keep it rolling from here on now. Okay, so let's just get into it. So Penelope and Gary. So Penelope ends up catching Gary sniffing Andy's drawers and jerking off at the same time. She calls him disgusting. She storms out because Andy asks, was everything okay? Penelope storms out the room like, yeah, Gary was like, yeah, Penelope just helped me with something in my eye. And, they walk out the room. And Andy notices, like, yeah, whatever. Something's off. But Penelope says she just don't feel good and whatnot. And Gary was like, yeah, it probably was Andy's cooking. How can it be Andy's cooking when y'all didn't even eat anything? But anyways, they decide to leave. So they get into the elevator. Gary done flipped the switch in his head. He basically tells Penelope off. And you just see her just standing there like, yeah, now you see his ways. You see his ways. And now it makes sense. That's probably why Andy stopped messing with him. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. And then when you learn the hard way, you just like, what the heck did I just get myself into? Yeah. So she's now upset. He told her, like, listen, you can go home to my house by yourself. Next thing you know, he heads over to Hayden's house on one. Like, he basically, tells him, like, I need a place to stay and stuff like that. He was like, for what? It's late. Remember I helped you out to Tamara? First of all, I don't think Hayden is like, Hayden's like in between because he kind of wish he still had Tamara, but at the same time, he's kind of, glad that he knew the truth about her because this is like, he's kind of torn between it. So he was like, can you just have a drink with your buddy? He was like, but I got a meeting tomorrow. He was like, just have a drink with me. So they drink or whatever. Then Gary's talking to Hayden. He was like, do you know Jordan Williams? He was like, yeah, we're going to try to ruin him. He's like, who's we? Like, I don't even know the man. Only way I'm going to mess with somebody if they take my money or my woman. And ain't neither that happen, so you on your own. So basically, Gary just there drinking, and it's just like, he's still contemplating. And I guess Hayden picked up on it like, nah, you own one. Like, no. Like, they're not even friends. They just, like, cordially acquaintance, basically, at this point. Because I guess Hayden is fed up with Gary from the last time. Well, who knows? Anyways, moving right along. Next, we have Danny and Sabrina. Sabrina's still talking to Danny about the therapy and stuff like that. And she feels as if she don't need it. But then again, she makes a little sarcastic, like, joke about it. And then she ends up putting her pillow down to lay on the couch. Like, okay, so you want to talk, so let's talk. And then she was just like, nah, I'm not doing it. So I guess eventually everybody gets ready for work and stuff like that. Fatima and Zach is up making breakfast. He made him a good breakfast. He made Fatima some Greek yogurt and fruit. And he made her special coffee that she liked to get from the coffee shop. And she was like, ooh, I must have put it on you last night. So they sit down, start talking, eating or whatever. So he was like, yeah, I want to get a trust for Michael. Okay, she was cool with that because, she was there when she saw the results that's his child. And then he was like, and Zach Jr. And she just made a face like, I don't know, she was probably like, nigga, like, Daggerwall, that ain't your baby, but, it's your money, you do what you want. And that just flipped the script for her, like, yeah, I don't got time to sit in here and listen to this man talk about a baby that he don't even know that's really his. She got up from the table. He was like, where are you going? And she was like, yeah, just make sure you be ready by 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, yeah, we have a meeting with Andy for the arbitration meeting. And he was like, she was like, Jack, did you forget? He was like, no, I did. He was like, okay, yes, I forgot. Like, just be there at 11 o'clock. And then she had an attitude. He was like, why you gotta be serious all the time? And she started stomping up the stairs. And then he was like, yes, Fatima, yes, Fatima. I was just like, oh my God, this man is tripping. Like, you don't push her buttons. Like, it was just cute and sweet. Y'all had a moment. Now you got 360 mean to Fatima right now. Because, listen, at this point, she ain't got time for your games or your nonsense. And she just like, bro, you just really just messed up what we just had right now. But whatever. It's okay. So she gets ready for work, and, you know, by this time, Andy makes it to work. Basically, all the girls make it to work. Karen, it's like now you see her, she's always in the salon fixing something. It's like, Pam, if you're supposed to be her assistant, help her. Why is Karen always doing all the work? So she starts trying to put up some nails or something on the wall or whatever. And Pam was like, you shouldn't be doing that. And then she sits down or whatever, starts talking to her. And next you know, Pam gets all these deliveries. And Karen was like, what's all this for? And she was like, this is for my new business. She had a bottle of sperm. Like, whose sperm did she get? I don't even know. So the delivery guy gave Pam a card and then gave Karen a card. It was like, listen, call me back if you need help with returning all this stuff. And he was kind of cute too. I was like, okay. Karen might got her a new boo. But we don't know that. But yeah, so that was that. Moving right along. Let's see. Danny gets to work. And Tony comes by. She's helping with a client. And he goes to where she's at and then goes down under the table. Basically, he went down to her. And she was still trying to talk to this old lady, giving her a ticket. And it was just like, yeah. She gave her a ticket. And, you know, he ended up coming up and was like, yeah, I just wanted to taste you. Like, what in the workforce? Like, Daddy probably ain't never had that done before. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to meet me in my office in like 15 minutes. Like, yeah, basically they about to do the do in the office at the workplace. Like, yeah. And Danny's talking about that. There's cameras. He was like, ain't no cameras down there. It is what it is. So that's that. After that, Danny calls Karen, asks her if she want to go to brunch. See, I don't know if brunch is still the same day or it's the next day. I don't think so, but I don't even know. Like, whatever. So I guess everybody got to work super early so that they can leave to go to brunch, if that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So anyways, after that, Andy is at her office. And Fatima and Zach looking sharp. I like how they color coordinate, like with a little light pastels. It's looking so cute. Andy giving what she's supposed to give. Okay, slay, honey, slay. And yeah, because oh my God, I skipped the whole part. Okay, let's stop right here. Let's go back to back at Andy's penthouse. So after Penelope and Gary left, Andy talked about she had to clean up the kitchen and whatnot. And Gary, like, Jordan was like, no, I got this. I go clean up while you go get out that dress. And she was like, say that again. He was like, okay, I'll go clean up while you go get out that dress. And she was like, yeah, that's something I can do. So yeah, they did that. So I guess they were about to go do. So, yeah, now we're going to go backtrack to Andy at the office, okay? So, Fatima and Zach come in Andy's office, and she's basically telling them, like, listen, y'all need to make sure y'all have all y'all ducks in a row and have all y'all evidence. Zach was telling them, like, that they got papers, pictures, documents, every little thing that can help support their case. And Fatima was like, yeah, that's cool. And then she was like, so when's the date? And Fatima was like, the date for what? The wedding? Yeah, they were both stuck like, you know, Fatima was like, oh my God, what the heck? I'm just trying to get through this. And it's like, this all over again. Like, oh my gosh. It's like, what the heck did I sign up for? So after that, Andy leaves and Zach was talking to her and she was like, yeah, the date. He was like, yeah, the date, silly. With the pack of paper on her forehead. And then she was like, oh my God, this is beginning to be too much. trust me, Tima, you're a real one, because most people nowadays wouldn't even do half the stuff you doing. Like, you want me to stay with you while you're trying to figure out if that baby is yours. You on your own, deuces. Trust me, men do it all the time. Ain't nobody looking back. Like, nobody helps the women. So it's like, Fatima's a real one for that. So after that, I guess everybody gets ready for their brunch date. Like, yeah, everybody gets ready for their brunch date. So the girls meet up at the office. Oh no. I swear I be skipping the part. I swear I be skipping the part. Let's go backtrack to the office. Because before Andy met up with Fatima and Zach, she was talking to Hayden in the break room. And basically Hayden told her, like, what's up with Gary? Like, it seemed like he's a little bit off. And she was like, well, he stayed at my place last night. She was like, really? I knew something was off about them too. Like, it just wasn't making no sense. But anyways, he was faking it. And he was like, I thought everything was good between them. He was like, well, he just kept saying that she's a fat bee. Talking about Penelope, mind you, she's pregnant. Like, well, whatever. And it's just like, yeah, something's not right. And then by this time, Fatima came in. So it was actually quite pleasant to hear him talking to Andy without, like, getting all hostile and riled up. It was like, okay, cordial. I get it. So eventually, Andy was like, y'all two need to stop whatever y'all got going on. Fatima and Hayden was like, no. And then once Andy left, they was like, no. And they both went their separate ways. All right, now we're going to forward back, okay? I forgot where I left off at. But anyways, now everybody's getting ready for brunch. So meanwhile, Sabrina, Fatima, Danny, and Andy are sitting at the table talking or whatever. And then I guess they start talking about life and the boys as usual. So there was like, what about Karen? Karen said she couldn't make it. Meanwhile, Karen sees them and she decides to, turn right back around and leaves. Because she literally told Danny that she wasn't going to come. Because, you know, since Danny's hosting it, all they're going to do is be drinking and she's going to feel like she's left out. So she was like, no, that was that. So she get there and see what she sees. She was like, she probably saw Fatima was like a deer in headlights. Nope, let me go about my business. Everybody looked at cute in their outfits. Okay, especially Tima. Okay, with that blue, stunting on them. So they start talking or whatever. And I guess it got to a point about Karen and the baby, and it was like Zach. And Fatima was like, yeah, I wanted it to be a junior. And how Zach wanted to get a trust fund on Zach Jr. And everybody just started busting out laughing. Like, Danny was like, yeah, like, you already know they feel some type of way like Karen lying, like who your baby daddy is. Because they remember back in last season, Danny picked up the paper and the paper was blank. So who really is her baby daddy? So Fatima was like, you don't think that that's Zach's baby? Danny probably was like, nope. Everybody was feeling the same type of way because they just didn't want to say nothing. Danny's the type of person that's going to tell you how you feel and don't care how you feel afterwards. Like, it is what it is. That's just how Danny get down. So they started doing that. And then Sabrina was talking about, like, how her life is. And, like, do you think about, like, settling down and having kids and stuff like that? So that was that. Also, they talked about Danny's therapy. Fatima to let her know, like, listen, I go to a therapist. I see this lady named Carisha. She helps me out. And then Danny started giving her, like, what if she does is what she does. She's like, and Fatima was like, she probably might do it with you. So Danny decided to take that up on the offer. Sabrina agreed. Fatima was like, thank you, Tima, because it's like, this girl is like talking to a brick wall. Ain't nobody gonna get through to her. So I guess with the fact that Fatima's there and helping, you know, get her things in order, it was like, okay, I'll see how that goes. Basically, Fatima was sharing a little bit with them that they didn't really need to know. I could see Andy, but as far as Sabrina and Danny, nah, you kind of too close. They ain't even your friends like that, okay? They ain't even your friends like that. So anyways, after the brunch was over, everybody went their separate ways. Sabrina went to go see, you know what? yeah, Sabrina went to go see Maurice and whatever, and she realized that he was doing his job of being a fixation. Basically, he's filming himself, and he getting paid money, especially by old white men. So she just didn't feel no type of way. So she ended up taking some handcuffs from his house to say maybe Rich would like this. So now after that, the brunch, Sabrina goes home. Rich is there, and she's all drunk and feeling a good time, feeling woozy, all having a good time in her thoughts. And she's just talking about she wanted to have kids. That's basically what's on her mind. So she trying to like seduce Rich and unbuttoning his clothes and stuff like that. And then when she was like, yeah, have you thought about kids and stuff like that? He was like, no, I haven't. I haven't even thought about being married. Like she thought about it, like what he said, and it was just like, but she kind of played love because she was drunk. So he was like, no, I didn't think about it. Like, I don't see myself having kids. And she was like, well, I'm going to need your sperm. And she ended up getting up and going to the room. And he thinks that she's calling her name. No response, no response. Oh, she's asleep. He was like, yeah, I can't do this. I got to go. And he buzzed up his shirt and leaves. So then, after the brunch, Zach and Fatima, they talk or whatever. Zach tells her that he's going to the gym. And he asked how was brunch. And she was like, yeah, that was cool or whatever. And then he was like, she's the one still trusting. He was like, she was like, you stupid. It was like, said some things and walked out the door. It was like, yeah, I guess I'm stupid. You stupid. Like, what the heck? At this point, Zach, listen for T when she's telling you what it is. And you being a man just because you got money is not going to solve all the problems. Trust me, it's not. So that was that. Yeah. Andy, she basically now addicted to sex with Jordan. So she gets home. They want to do nasty. He talking to her. He got some gray sweats. And she just keep looking down like, okay, I'm ready to get into this action. And yeah, I kind of think this is just what happens in this episode. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But yeah. I feel like I am missing something, but I'm not even quite sure, even though I watched the episode, like, But anyways, if I did miss something, let me know in the comment section down below. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap. Stay tuned for next week. I got y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.